Hello and thank you for watching this video. We have a lot to cover. It has taken a long time, however, we have come up with retirement incentives for the membership. For all the programs that I'm going to talk about, the clock is ticking. You must sign up either at the Union Hall or the implant office by Friday, August 15th. That's 2 weeks from tomorrow. That is the absolute cutoff at 4 p.m. There's a lot of information to this, and I won't be able to go through all of it on this video. So we're also going to be hosting some meetings which we'll talk about later. This is for production team members only. There are not going to be any skilled trades that are laid off. We currently have approximately 165 members that have 29 years of service or greater. We also have about 40 to 50 members who are 60 years old with 10 years of service. Our plan is to call each of these members starting today and inform them of the options that are coming. These members could be eligible for a $60,000 payment and a $20,000 car voucher, or a $50,000 payment and a $20,000 car voucher. The vast majority of members, those who have already hit the 30-year plateau of service, have one main option. Do you want to retire on September 1st with a 60 and 20 voucher, or do you want to keep working? Anyone who is going to hit their 30 years after September 1st, we are hosting meetings next Tuesday, August 5th at the Union Hall at 12 noon and 6 p.m. I would suggest you attend. If you are over 30 years and are retiring September 1st, there is no need for you to attend these meetings. We also need to talk to each person in that group of 30 that signed up to retire last October after the contract. We are going to have a special meeting for you 30 people next Tuesday as well, August 5th at 2 p.m. at the Union Hall, and we suggest you attend. The easiest way to explain this is, once your seniority crosses a 30-year threshold, or once you cross the 60 years of age with 10 years of service, starting September 1st, you must retire. If you are over 30 years of seniority and want the monetary package, you cannot wait and keep collecting sub beyond those dates. Same if you're 60 and 10 now. If you're 59 and hit 60 in, say, October, then you would go November 1st. But the company wants to get out of paying sub to everybody who's going to retire. So if you hit one of those plateaus of 30 and out or 60 and 10, you start leaving September 1st, no options to keep working. We also have VTEP packages available for any members with less than 12 years of service as of July 1st this year. If you are interested in taking a VTEP and have less than 12 years of service, come to the Union office or the implant office starting next week. Again, the same cutoff of August 15th. If you have greater than 12 years of seniority and would like to exit the company, come and see us again starting next week, either to the implant office or come and see the benefit guys at the Union office. But again, I need to stress and be very clear, for all of these packages, the exit deadline is 4 p.m., 2 weeks from Friday, August 15th. Why the cutoff time? In exchange for the packages, we have agreed to a couple of items with the company. We need to get this plant running on one shift. We need to identify everybody who is leaving, identify all the openings they came from, and start doing the grandfathers and the reductions before any postings go up. There likely will not be a lot of postings. There's some rumors out there that we're posting all their jobs. We're not. We're following the contract very clearly. If you have grandfather, you'll grandfather. The reductions will follow the contract. There likely will be some postings, but I wouldn't think much more than 5 or 6. Also, GM needs to get this new equipment running. It's starting to come in right now. It's starting to get built, but we got to get running, and they need very specific people in here based on your skill set. So some people have already been called to start next week, mainly some of the pilot people, and I believe 2 dig people. So we have agreed to that. We're trying to get the packages. We're trying to get our members, as many that can keep working, but we also got to get the plant up and running. It is our future, and we'll try and get senior people in as well, but also some people outside the lines of seniority due for very specific reasons. Some other topics of note: staffing numbers. We do not have specific and solid staffing numbers at this time. That can make it harder for some people to decide if they are going to retire in some situations. We hope to have solid numbers by now, but things are changing weekly in regards to line speeds, line layouts, and the new equipment installations. Our best guess right now, strictly from the union side, is that we are going to have approximately 400 members left in the plant, give or take 25 members. Again, this is very fluid. Numbers can change, and hopefully we get 80 to 120. That's our guess. Somewhere around 100 people will take the buyout packages. So maybe the top 500 people will be saved. But that's our estimate right now. Again, it's very fluid. As we get the numbers, we'll try and pass them on to you. Credited service. This is still an outstanding issue. It had all kinds of airtime over the last 2.5 months. A lot of loud talks took place. National's right with us. We believed we bargained very clearly credited service for any member who was laid off. We do have a grievance still in the system that remains there now. And the Unifor National Legal Department is currently looking at it from different angles to see what the best way of going at this is. This likely will end up going to arbitration, but it is still very much alive. Vacation payout. We are getting quite a few calls on the vacation payout issue. This issue is also very alive. GM have escalated this issue to their legal side of the house. To us, it is very black and white, and it's based on the agreement for prorated vacation that we bargained last year. This is not going to get dropped. We are either going to get this paid or we're going to arbitration, and an arbitrator can tell us no, but we are planning on having this paid out. Childcare. The company informed us via a letter yesterday that they are not going to go ahead with daycare for our plant. At bargaining, we negotiated a feasibility study to see if we could get and see if it could work in our plant. With us going to one shift and basically losing hundreds of team members, GM is telling us that it's just not feasible. I do want a special shout out to Alex McCoy. She took this project on after bargaining, and she had many meetings with town officials. She met with government officials, and she met with local leaders to try and get this off the ground. Alex spent a lot of hours on this, and she learned a lot from it going forward. Alex has lived this. She's been in our plant. To try and get good daycare for your kids is very, very tough. So she's understood the difficulties and frustrations, but I didn't just want to drop this without calling her out because she did a lot of work for this. To review the main issues for this video, we are going to call everybody who can retire. That's basically the group of 165 plus anybody who is 60 and 10. If you want to help us out, because we do have a lot of people to phone call, you could please call us tomorrow, Friday, or next Tuesday from 6 to 4, 6 a.m. to 4 p.m. We'll answer the phones. Even if you're not interested, text us your name and just put no beside it. It'll save us from having to make a lot of phone calls. We've got over 200 phone calls to make. You can call Bob Pullum, Mark G., or myself. Our numbers are going to be posted at the end of this video, but please give us a call. We're going to start calling probably by 8 o'clock in the morning, and we're going to call for the next couple days pretty hard. So if you call us, it'll just save us from calling you. The sign-up periods for these programs, for the retirements, the VTEP, or any senior members that may want to exit the plant, I just want to make sure it's August 15th at 4 p.m. That's the final deadline. That is the time to sign up. And you sign up either at the hall with the union reps or with Jeff Banks in the implant office. The meetings for anyone interested in retiring, we're going to post them again at the end of the video, but it's next Tuesday, 12 noon at the hall or 6 p.m. at the hall, or at 2 o'clock for the group of 30, same day next Tuesday. That's about it. It's a lot to think about. Good luck with your decisions. Hey, just a short addition to our video. We just did the video about 15 minutes ago when I received a phone call from our ER department. Due to all the logistics, they are going to extend the deadline from August 15th to August 22nd at 4 p.m. So you have one more week to think about it, get your ducks in order, and see if you want to retire or not. But you have until August 22nd now to make up your decision at 4 p.m.